Hey guys, this is Tina from Quantum Healing with Tina. I'm a BQH practitioner, spirit releasement therapist, and intuitive empath. And today I'm going to share with you something I mentioned in a previous video about parts work and integrating aspects of self. In this video I'm about to share with you, Karen was brave enough to share this with you in the name of continuing education. And it's really interesting because, as I explained before, when we're traumatized as children, we can dissociate and split off from the core self and create other aspects of self that do different things for us, whether that's to protect or hold our trauma or emotions that we can't hold as children. And people that are highly traumatized can have many, many, many different aspects of self. I've heard even into like the hundreds of thousands. Most of those aren't fully formed personalities. The ones that usually come to the forefront first are, so they would be like the protectors, because their role is to protect the self. So they're there kind of in the forefront to do that. So this aspect you see come forward in Karen is a protector role, and you will see how that manifests in the body and how that comes forward. And when you see her, Karen will dissociate from the body in order not to feel what is happening here. It's not something done consciously. It's a coping mechanism learned in childhood. So a lot of times she will be feeling numbness in her body, and that's because part of her energy has left. And what happens when that energy leaves, another aspect comes in to deal with whatever is in the forefront there. So you'll see Jane. Jane is that aspect, the protector that comes forward, and she is protecting the baby. So it's really interesting. I hope you enjoy this clip. I'm going to be doing more parts work if anyone's interested in exploring the aspects of self that are hidden in there. Most of us aren't conscious of these things. But what you will sometimes recognize is this maybe harsh inner critic, different voices in your head telling you different things all the time. You're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, things like that. Or it can be much more subtle. Like I explained in the other video, I found I was unable to focus, like to get a really good focus on what I wanted to do. And what I found that I had a protector within me who was like a male protector, and he was protecting a 2-year-old, and his job was to keep us safe. And he thought that if I put myself out there in the world that we won't be safe because humans aren't safe and it's not safe to be in the world. So that's how unconsciously these things can manifest within the self. And we might not even have any idea that they're there unless we start to ask, right? And it usually happens to where there's two, they're like Siamese twins. So there will be the protector, and then there will be the aspect of self that they're protecting from whatever happened in your childhood when you split off and created that protector. So in this clip, you'll see how that all works and how we can integrate those aspects back into the whole. So at least that will calm down the voices and help that. And it's actually like an energy, right? These personalities are actually an energy. And when they reintegrate into the body, you will feel that physically. Like when my aspects integrated, like I felt a little bit tingly. I had like this burning sensation in my crown. So yeah. So these personalities or aspects of self are split off, and they're each their own energy. And it's about inviting them back into the whole. It's all really interesting. And this is our journey back to wholeness, especially being trauma survivors. And like I spoke of in the last video, trauma doesn't have to be like a big, huge event like going to war. Many people have PTSD or CPTSD after abusive relationships, and just daily traumas that they've lived through within these abusive relationships. CPTSD is very common now, with a lot of people recognizing that they've been through narcissistic relationships. And even narcissistic abuse syndrome is a real thing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. It's really interesting. I think you'll enjoy watching this clip. So yeah, like this video if you like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right. Sending you so much love. I'll see you next time. Bye. What pieces do you think Jane is splitting?
Well, everything that I named for you, just like responsible, very dominant, like takes care of business, you know, nothing can harm her. She fucking got her shit together. Very proud. Cannot take feeling inferior. But like I feel the other part of her too, like I know what she's doing it for. She's just trying to protect and, you know, give a little bit of confidence or something, or protecting the little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, there's always a good reason why they do what they do.
no, I know, but I'm seeing like, I know when she comes out. I'm saying like, for now, she is the main face that is coming forward.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say like your most dominant protectors come forward first. Like that's who you usually see first. And then later on, the exiles come through. And those are the ones that are buried like really deep down that you have no idea is there at all, you know?
Yeah.
So the more dominant ones come forward first because they're the easiest to access.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking like it's because like the match anyway, like the parallel match between my two aunts came to the forefront. Actually, all of them, all siblings in my dad's family had a pair. My dad's pair was Tessa's mom. She was the one responsible for him.
Right.
And my other aunt in Vancouver, she's responsible for my uncle that is from, well, he lives in the Philippines now, but he lives in California.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Aunt Jane was with my aunt.
So it was the women who were strong.
Well, it was the three oldest sisters. That's why we call them the commanders.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I hold that. It's the same kind of, I recognize that in Carly,
Mm-hmm.
that commander energy. I have it too.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes out when it's necessary. It doesn't come out. It wasn't always, it used to be in the forefront until I became conscious of myself and my aggressive nature.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my early 20s. It was just there. She was just there.
So now when does she come out?
I'm guessing when there's like perceived threats or feeling not enough or inferior, I guess.
Do you think that's the aspect that showed itself during the last hypnosis?
It felt like it. Yes. Yeah, it feels like her. She's yeah, she's definitely there when she's feeling very threatened, because she comes to the forefront when she's threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel that, like, I feel the energy in myself, like, when it comes forward, but then there's what I call the mind aspect, the knowing better one could be the, I don't know if that's her counterpart, or like the one
I
that
think
she's,
that knowing better one is you. Like is like that's your center. And then there's an opposite of her, which would be like the baby you were talking about.
yeah. But she's very dominant. It's very much the energy of my aunt. Like, it was just like, that's exactly who I felt it too. And plus, she named herself Jane. She said her name is Jane, which is my aunt's name. So I was like, okay, Jane, let's talk, because it's freaking explaining everything.
So what is the ultimate goal with her? What do you want her to do?
I guess not to be naive, or, to be confident, but, like, everything that she's doing for me, but in a healthy way, where there's honesty involved, and love. It's like, for her, it feels like tough love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a love that it makes my body cringe. Like, like, I contract when I think of her energy, or I feel her energy, that energy when it comes up. And yeah, that's pretty much like that kind of intimidation inside. I was like, that's the energy basically of the dominant women on the Kiran side.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just carry that kind of thing. I don't know if you felt it from my aunt, but that's just how they carry themselves.
I did, but I also felt her softness underneath.
Yeah, no, they do have softness to them, but
Which is
there's
why
always
like that just
protecting stuff.
like tough exterior just makes me giggle because it's not real, you know.
Yeah.
It's just protecting what's the heart. It's protecting the heart. It's protecting what's soft underneath that. It's the tough
Yeah,
girl. It's the tough girl act.
I know, I can't even carry that ball anymore. I like have to bend my knee and shit and drag it. And I know they had to develop that tough skin because they lost their mom real young, and they were just like protecting her name, I guess. And also because of that, my grandmother, my step grandmother that came into the picture, that completely, what feels again was taken from them, their father,
Mm-hmm.
with this new woman and his new kids and stuff, and them too. It's ancestral root of abandonment. My dad is heavily traumatized. I know that because of what he's been through. He was less than, he was 5 when his mother died. So
Why? When do you think and why do you think Jane was created for you?
um, I think she was created for me to ultimately, to protect the heart from being broken all the time.
Well, just take a deep breath and sink into her energy. Relax your body. Deep breaths. I feel her too. It's very uncomfortable. And just protecting yourself in the pyramid, the golden pyramid. We'll call in all of our guides, angels, and cosmic and soul family. Grounding ourselves to the earth. Imagine your roots growing all the way down to the center, anchoring in. Feeling that connection and pulling the energy back up, all the way up through all the layers of the earth and back into your feet, up your legs, into your root, sacrum, solar plexus, and heart. And sending that energy out through the throat, the third eye, and crown. Opening the crown and sending it out into space to the great central sun. Feeling that connection and bringing it down. Back in through the crown. And filling up every cell of your body with source light. Filling up your body with source light. And sending it out around you. Filling up your pyramid. And turning that light inside your pyramid into a bright pink magenta. The color of unconditional love. Surrounds you and protects you and keeps you warm. And now we are grounded and safe and protected, connected both to Source and to Gaia. And we call in 144,000 of the unknown and unemployed angels to give them a job today. And their job is to keep us safe and protected, only allowing energies of the highest vibrational light and resonance into our field, protecting us individually and protecting our homes as well, and our children and our pets. And we ask for the most benevolent outcome from all as we do this work today. Releasing ourselves of any extra energy we picked up today, sending it back to Source with love. And we call in our guides and angels. Just taking deep breaths. And let me know when you feel connected to the energy aspect that wants to come forward. Deep breaths in and out. Connecting with the heart space. And allowing someone to step forward, sinking into that energy.
I'm here.
Okay. Who are we speaking with?
Is that important?
It's important for us to know, yes. I want to get to know you a little better. I promise you it's a safe space. We're working from the heart here. Are you male or female?
Female.
Do you have a name?
We are two. We work together.
Are you both female?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? This is a safe space. There's no judgment here. Only love and acceptance.
I'm just feeling very angry and exposed right now.
It's okay. What are you feeling angry about?
I don't understand the purpose.
purpose is that Kara wants to get to know you better. You've been within her for a long time and she doesn't even know you. What is the fear? What are you afraid of?
To get hurt.
That's a very valid fear. What are you afraid is going to hurt you?
Everyone. Everyone hurts us.
Yes, that's understandable. I think many of us feel that way. This world can be scary sometimes. Can you tell me when you were created?
Very early.
Mm-hmm. Do you get a
She was
sense?
still in diapers.
Mm-hmm. And what occurred that created you?
Neglect.
Neglect. That must have been very hard.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Yeah. How was she neglected?
She was just left there to fend for herself.
Mm-hmm. And so then you stepped in?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she looked. Every time she cried.
Mm-hmm.
Every time she felt fear.
And what did you do for her?
We protected her heart.
Mm-hmm.
We kept her numb.
Mm-hmm.
We'd step in when she'd step out.
What does that mean?
Every time she left the body when she was in pain, I would step in.
Mm-hmm. That's a very brave thing you did for her. Standing in for her to take what she couldn't.
Yes. People can be very negligent.
Mm-hmm. You can.
And very unconsciously cruel.
Mm-hmm. What else did you do for her?
And gave her tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
Her main role was just to numb her out so she wouldn't have to feel it.
Well, that's a beautiful role. She's lucky she had you to help her do that. What are you feeling now? You said you felt exposed. What did you mean by that?
I don't know if she's ready for the real world.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think she's not ready?
She doesn't know better.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think she has the tools to navigate in the real world without your help?
She has lots of tools to counteract my protection,
Mm.
taking down those walls around her heart and allowing herself to feel things that she's not ready to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
every
she,
time I put it back up, she takes it back down.
mm-hmm. So maybe that means she is ready to feel the things if she keeps taking your protection down. Do you think?
Still part of her will step out a bit,
Mm-hmm.
even if she's 85% in her body. I'm still at 15.
So you're the 15% that leaves.
Cover for her when she leaves.
You cover for her when she leaves. Do you have a name?
Is Jane and Marcia.
Very nice to meet you, Jane and Marcia, and we thank you so much for everything you've done for Karen all these years. She's very lucky to have you.
I think she's very stupid to get rid of us.
I don't think she wants to get rid of you. I think she maybe wants to reassign your role and give you a healthier job to do. Do you think you could help her with that?
I don't know what I could possibly do for her. This is all I know.
Mm-hmm. But you've seen her growth and healing and evolution, so you do know more because you've been watching, right?
Cautiously.
Mm-hmm. So maybe instead of putting those walls up every time she takes them down, you could allow her to leave them down for a little bit and see what happens.
And then what? What happens to me?
What would you like to happen? Would
I
you
don't
like
know.
to,
Still
would
needs a bodyguard.
you think she still needs a bodyguard?
I don't know if she will still need a bodyguard.
Well, maybe instead of being inside of her body and protecting her heart, maybe you can stand outside of her body and protect her energy and protect her from any dark force infringement upon her field. It could be like a guard. How does that sound?
What do I have to do?
Well, you protect her energetic field around her, but you're not going to be in the body. It's going to be outside of her body and protect her from any infringement, like earthbound spirits or dark force entities, parasites. Any kind of darker energies that would like to penetrate her field. Do you think that would be an appropriate role?
I can do that, but what about the humans?
She doesn't think she needs protection from humans anymore. She wants to be free. And what happens is when we have these protectors like you inside of our bodies, we unconsciously are attracting things that we need to be protected from. So you're actually doing the opposite of what you really want to do. You would be much more helpful as an outside bodyguard. Or you can integrate into the whole.
Well, I still want to protect her.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can think about that and we'll talk to, can we talk to Marcia? Is Marcia a separate entity?
We work together.
Mm-hmm. So do you and Marcia do the same things for Jane? I mean, for Karen?
Yes, I'm more of the personality.
Who's I? Jane or Marcia? Jane.
Jane.
Mm-hmm. Jane's more of a personality. What does Marcia do?
She's the gatekeeper of her heart.
Mm-hmm. So is Marcia the one that puts the walls up around the heart?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What does Marcia think about taking on a different role?
She's more willing to integrate.
She's more willing to integrate. Okay. I'm wondering if we can talk to the baby that you are protecting. Will you allow us to speak with her, please? Take a deep breath. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. Do you have a name?
I'm just known as baby.
Baby? Well, hello, baby. It's nice to speak with you. How are you feeling today?
I don't know what's going on.
Are you confused?
Yes.
What else are you feeling?
Like I just want to get up.
What else?
I want to dance.
You want to dance?
Yeah. I like to dance.
Dancing is fun. It feels free and joyful. How else are you feeling?
I'm not quite sure. We're not really even allowed to have feelings, I don't think.
What makes you think you're not allowed to have feelings?
I was told I'm not supposed to have any feelings.
Who told you that?
Seems everybody tells me I'm not allowed to have feelings.
Now, what do you think about that?
I don't know what to think about that. That's all I know.
It doesn't sound very nice.
I suppose it doesn't.
Yeah. How do you feel about integrating into the whole, Karen? And you can lend your carefree energy to her.
I would love that.
Beautiful. Okay, you just hold right there. I'm going to have Karen take a deep breath. And I want to talk to Karen, the center, in your center. How do you feel about this, Karen? Would you like to integrate baby so you can feel her carefree energy?
Yes. That would be good.
And how do you feel about the protectors here, Jane and Marcia? Would you like to integrate?
Yes, I would. I would really love for them to still be part, to take on different roles if they're willing.
Okay.
Something that will serve us all.
Do you have a role you want to reassign them?
I feel Jane's very much like a right-hand man, so she could be outside and protect me that way.
Okay, we'll take a deep breath and we'll connect back to baby. Hello there, baby.
Oh.
Karen said she would really like you to integrate into the whole. Would you be willing to do that for her?
Really?
She wants you to be a part of her so she can feel your beautiful energy.
Of course.
Lovely. Let me know when you've done that. You can start now. Let me know if you get any visuals or feelings.
You're being thrown into the fabric.
Into what?
I see her being sewn into my fabric.
Beautiful.
Like a quilt.
Do you have any feelings in your body?
I feel lightheaded on my right side.
That's completely normal. Just allow her to fully integrate and tell me when it's done.
Okay.
Get any other feelings?
It's just a warmth that just came through and down to my feet.
Beautiful. Let that sit for a minute. And tell me when you're ready to let Jane speak again.
Okay.
Hello there, Jane.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
Less skeptic.
Lovely. What do you think about baby integrating?
I felt it. It feels nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Would you like to do the same?
Can I be both?
Be both?
Protect her outside and be integrated as well.
sure we can do anything we want. Do you want Marcia to integrate and you stay on the outside?
No, I've never felt that warmth before, so I want to integrate.
Okay, let's try that. That's a beautiful idea. It'll feel really nice for you. Feel something besides numbness. Karen's love that she has for you. Unconditional love for all the years you've protected her. You've done a great service, and she appreciates you. Would you like to join with her energy now?
I'm ready.
Okay. Just start that process. And let me know if you get any visuals or feelings in your body.
She has an energetic staff and shield for the energetic protection.
She has an energetic staff and shield for protection.
Yeah.
Is that her? That's her new role as protector?
Outside, yes.
So is she standing next to you, like on guard? Or inside?
She feels more like a bird that's just circling around me.
Okay. Wonderful.
I guess that's her symbol of freedom.
Lovely.
She got long nails though.
She's got long nails.
Yeah, like talons.
What does she look like?
I'm not sure if it's eagle or hawk. It's a big bird. Integrating the rest of your energy.
Do you have any feelings in your body?
My feet are getting very warm. I still feel numbness in my feet, but it's warm. Usually it's cold when it's numb.
Okay.
This is warm, so it's different. My hands are tingling, but my whole body is very hot. Like it's warm. Like it's just running through. I feel like I could breathe again.
Yeah.
She wasn't letting me breathe.
Yeah, and she was holding a lot of your energy. That's why you're feeling so warm now. Yeah, I couldn't breathe either. She was heavy.
A lot of heat in the legs.
Mm-hmm. That's where you usually go numb first.
Feet up.
Yeah.
And it's like rising into my thighs now.
Great.
I feel the lightness of her rising.
Nice. How are you feeling?
I feel like she really came.
Say that again.
I feel why she really came.
Why she really came?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just like a protective mother energy.
Protective mother. Mm-hmm. So she integrated into a protective mother, a gentle one.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's playing two roles as the ego and of the mother.
Yes. The one that really takes care of the baby.
Mm. Beautiful. So instead of being hard and um, tough and protective, she's gentle and nurturing and loving. Mm.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's the
Done? Okay. Just hang on for 1 second. How are you feeling?
Relief and a bit of sad. And more relief.
What's the sadness?
It's probably just I feel like it's like the naive sense of self.
The naive sense of self.
Yeah.
Do you feel sad that your protector's gone?
No.
You're safe and loved and protected. What else are you feeling?
Alive.
More alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very present.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any feelings in your body?
Or just sensations I've never felt before.
Mm. Like what?
Electricity around the eyelids.
Mm.
And or my face. And it's just energy feels like it's flowing a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
My feet aren't numb anymore.
Mm.
They're very warm.
Well, I bet she was really pinching off all the energy around your heart and not letting it flow.
No. She wasn't letting me breathe either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did really good. Really brave. I don't think we should do any more today. That was enough to allow that energy to integrate for a while. And see how you feel. I think that was your main the biggest aspect. That was protecting you.
Yeah, she was like, I felt that the energy was so strong then.
Mm-hmm. I really love this work. I think it would be amazing to share with people if you're up for it.
My what?
I said I think it would be amazing to share with people if you're up for it.
Oh, for continuing education, you would. Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to talk about it because it's just fascinating to me.
Who's Marsha?
Marsha. She was kind of like Jane's silent partner.
Jane was my clenched jaw.
Yeah, that makes sense. Seems to feel
Yeah.
more relaxed now.
Well, not fully. Like my whole body just clenched, and my shoulders were up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, her energy was really strong, and I recognize it. Like, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really strong. I couldn't even breathe. It was so heavy.
Yeah.
And the baby was cute. The baby just wanted to dance. That's how, when I did mine earlier, that's how my um, little girl was. She was like 2. And she just wanted to dance and make friends and explore and be social. Which is so not me. I mean, it is an aspect of me. But I had this big man protector that was protecting her and not allowing her to do that because it's unsafe. And when I integrated her, I felt those same sensations. I felt like my crown burning like it does, like that energy in my head and like tingling sensations. And him, I gave a guard position. So I gave him a suit of armor to protect me from the dark energies. So he stands guard. He also had a staff, like when you said she had a staff and a shield. Mine also had a staff and a night suit on, like with the shield.
Like a Tin Man.
Yeah, Tin Man. Yeah. And it's funny, like after I did that, I could focus so much better. So much better. Like wasn't letting me focus because he was afraid of me being seen in the world. So he was preventing me from doing work. Interesting.
It's me like I got an image of the little girl myself who remember I used to tell you that I used to like tap dance in front of the ovens, like
Yeah.
it was the only place where I could see my feet.
Mm-hmm.
I would only do that when my grandmother was napping. I would put my shoes on and run to the kitchen and tap dance and take them off before she woke up.
Mm. Well, you're free to dance now. Put your tap shoes on.
Want to dance?
Yeah.
I want to take like ballroom dancing.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Better than TikTok.
I can start with TikTok.
Well, TikTok doesn't work for me. I don't know.
I know, I saw the video.
She showed you?
She sent it to me.
Oh my God. She's so dead.
No, please don't tell her.
What do you mean? I told her not to do that.
I think she was just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I only watched it twice. I was like, oh my God, I can't with that video. And she would like send like crying emojis. I was like, that's what I look like when I dance, like when I do like Zumba or some shit, like like trying to choreography.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, because when you're watching someone do it, you're like, it's like
Delayed.
the opposite. Yeah. It doesn't work.
So delayed. Delayed and opposite. I know. I've seen myself do like a class and I was like, this is ridiculous. Remember when I did that dance exercise class?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I look like. I was like, this is not for me. Trying to like Greek dance.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still recording. Let me end this recording. Is there anything you want to say about that process? How was it for you?
It's a lot of it's I feel like there's just a lot of emotions going on. I don't know if they're mine or aspects, just fear of what felt like, I guess, losing their role. And
Yeah, it's like a death.
losing part of themselves or myself or whatever. Again, shame of what's going to come up. And then there's the other aspect parts where it's encouraging and it's like it's okay, fear, no fear. We're just going to address it with as much like neutrality and love, acceptance. I stood back and I just sat and watched. And then also simultaneously like being present in the body to feel the sensations. And it's weird because like when you're telling me to breathe and you're doing the pyramid, she was already there. Because I could feel already the numbness going up to my knees. She was coming, like she was there, very dominant.
Oh, so she was causing the numbness.
Yeah. Yes. She pushes me out of the way, perhaps, or I don't know if that's the process. I'm not. I'm still not sure about that. If I don't know, maybe she's the dominant one. Maybe there's other aspects because I want to see how everything's going to go in the next few days about the numbness. Like
Well,
who jumps in.
she did say that she was the one that numbed you out, so you couldn't feel anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
She said you would go out, leave your body, she would come in to put up that protection. But because you were out, that's what was causing. So when she's in, you're out. So that's why you feel the numbness.
Yeah.
So you're not numb now.
I feel more tingly than numb. It's just because every time I'm numb like that, I'm cold, but my body is hot.
Yeah.
My feet are hot.
Yeah, that's good. I was just reading. It's all very relative the way information comes to me. I actually was just reading about like MK Ultra and mind control stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually use trauma. They traumatize and torture these kids so that they create subpersonalities. So then the subpersonality is walled off from the original. And when triggered with a keyword or however they do it, that subpersonality will then be able to do things and say things and feel things that the main host has no idea about.
Wow.
That's how severe like it can be, and they use like extreme methods of torture to achieve that. So that's like when you hear about people who can like go and kill somebody and not remember. That's like how it was achieved.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they would have like blackmail on them, right? Because these subpersonalities were doing things that they wouldn't do according to their own morals. And so then they would hold that over their head and they could never like talk about what was really happening if they even had any idea, you know.
Right.
It's really sad. But that's how like amazing the brain is that it can even do that in the first place. Like for Jane to be able, for you to be able to leave, like your consciousness or your original person to be able to leave, and Jane like kind of step in for you to take whatever was coming, whatever hurt she perceived was coming. I mean, that's pretty amazing. It doesn't serve us later in life, but when we're children,
Yeah.
it's an amazing capability. Yeah.
No, yeah, she was definitely there in the body very early. I mean, if you see like my baby pictures, I'm always like stank face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. It was probably her. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably trying to ease also the I guess the consciousness like in my for me like coming into the body and it was too dense perhaps from there too. She probably came really early.
Well, yeah, she said you were in diapers.
Yeah, my mom, she said they would just leave me in my chair. Or my cousin even said it too. She's like, you would just look at everybody and just observe them I was a baby. She's like, you would just sit there and observe everybody. She was like, it was kind of creepy because it's as if I was like gathering data.
Right. And I've heard,
Watching.
actually, our client the other day was just telling me a story like that. And I've heard it before. You might not have the conscious memory of it, but I bet you were actually thinking, what am I doing here? Like, what is this place? And who are these people? I've heard other people say that before. You know, where they remember where they're from when they come in, but only up to like 2 or 3 when they realize they have to shut it off and actually assimilate to what's going on here. And then they leave that part of themselves that is connected to source. They leave that part there and start splitting off and creating different aspects of self to be able to deal with the human life. So that makes sense. And that baby, that part of you, that is the one that was probably the most connected to source and the most connected to your natural abilities. So you might have more things come online now.
What do you mean?
Like a maybe more connection or more like intuitive kind of stuff, psychic stuff.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Oh, no, thank you.
Welcome.